Today I'm going to talk to you about two things. It's the ideas of perception and perspectives. So, perceptions is how we receive sensory data from the world. So, through our eyes, our ears, touch, smell, taste, those are the five main vehicles of perception. Um, the there's also other ones. So there's extra sensory perception. So those are intuition, feeling, third eye, all the clairvoyance, the clairaudience, the clairsentience, where you hear things, you see things, that you intuit things that you don't normally see with sense with the five senses. And there's also intrasensory perception. So that's happening with our nervous system, the cells of our body, our blood, our energy body. Our blood, our DNA. These are also taking in data all the time and interpreting data. So on the one hand, we have our ability and our perceptions and our capacity and different developed talents to perceive our life, our experience, what's inside us, what's around us. And on the other side, we have perspectives. So that's sort of the larger framework of how we interpret the data. So in the sense of all our perspectives are based on our beliefs, our experiences, our opinions, our understandings, our misunderstandings, our things we are very clear at, things we're not clear at, our human foibles and our human strengths, the collective belief systems that we opt into or that we are a part of. And it's really worthwhile. So when you look at someone who's, say, on a spiritual path, or they're dedicated to that life of whether a shaman or yogi or psychologist or artist or healer of some sort, what we're often leaning into is to grow both our ability to perceive and which lens to perceive the world, inner and outer world, through, as well as to expand and be willing to change our perspectives and to understand our biases and our perspectives. So, and that's why, when you go to someone or you lean into someone or a tradition or philosophy or tool or elder, wisdom keeper, you're with the understanding that they have gained some perspectives that you might be able to use in your own life. And so, if we can sense that that's really what you're carrying as a wisdom keeper, as a healer, shaman, yogi, guide, teacher, is really the culmination of all of your perspectives. And some you've picked up because you've slammed your head against the wall. It's like, oh, there's a new perspective. Ouch. And some you've really worked at, and obviously we're all human beings. Nobody has the dominion over all of the perspectives. There's 8 billion or 9 billion humans on the planet. There's all with different perspectives. There's plant life with different perspectives. There's this ocean over there has all kinds of perspectives in that world of that life, where my understanding that's where life emerged from, that ocean over there. So really, it's now to have your own perspectives, to cultivate that, and to listen and to trust that. Historically, in different cultures, has not always been the best idea. So if you look at somebody like Galileo or Copernicus or whatnot, who figured out that the sun is, the Earth revolves around the sun. Some of these ideas were not well received. So, but we live in a different time. It's 2024. We are allowed to have our own authentic perspectives, our radical, sometimes appearing truths that are uniquely our own. And it's worth within your own perspectives, within all of what's behind those, your belief systems, your thoughts, your feelings, your experiences, your gifts. Those are where your gifts lie, right? The gifts that you've come here to share, that are necessary for the evolution of our planet. So even somebody like Darwin. So Darwin, he took a boat down to the Galapagos, and he saw that, at that time, that the predominant theory in Western culture was that the world was a couple thousand years old, given out of the Bible or whatnot. And his observations, his perceptions, his ability to see things and put things together in his own unique way, saw that, well, no, actually, there's a thing called evolution that's been going on for millions and billions of years that we are a part of. And interestingly enough, he also spent time in the Sacred Valley in Peru, where I had spent almost 3 years. And but it took him 30 years. He held on to that perspective for 30 years because he knew within the framework of that time that it was, a game changer, very much an outlier perspective that he needed to shore up in the scientific community in order to get the backing of his, so that it wasn't just completely dismissed and or life-threatening. Some of these things can be. So there's, so it's worth a curiosity, and it requires one to spend time away from social media, away from culture as much as one can, to listen in and really have a close look on what your own perspectives are, what's in your medicine bundle of perspectives. What ones are no longer serving you? What ones are a mess and complicated and contradictory, and what ones belong to you and what ones don't? And it's really worthwhile to excavate that territory and gain a little bit of seniority and space within yourself to then choose your own present moment perspectives, using all of the various levels of perception that are available to you to navigate your life. And that's a beautiful thing. That's called freedom. That's called freedom. So it's a beautiful day here. I'm laying on the little lifeguard post at the ocean, and enjoying this time of clarity and understanding and delight. So thank you for listening, and enjoy your inquiry.